It's Failure Friday. Today we're going to talk about one of the top failures I see a lot of small businesses make, and that's not updating their website. Let's get shooting. Hi, and thank you for joining me on The Intersection. Today we continue our Friday series where we talk about failure. And today I want to talk about one of the bigger things that I see in small businesses all across the board. It doesn't matter what industry it is, but it's a failure to continue to update your website once you've launched it. If you're a small business owner, it is so important to continue to keep your website up to date after the launch of it. I understand you get busy and that's maybe one of the last things on your mind, but if you spend all this time and money on creating a quality website, getting it launched, and then you completely neglect it, it's kind of like building this big, beautiful house for yourself, and then you never bother to clean it or sweep it or do any of the maintenance that is involved in keeping your house nice. It's the same way with the website. You have to constantly be thinking about what you need to do to keep it updated, keep it fresh, and keep it having relevant information. Now let me give you some examples of what I'm talking about. In small business owners, you may want to use this as a checklist of things to look for on your site to see if they are still up to date and working properly. Number one, is the copy on your site up to date and relevant? Have you expanded? Have you moved to a new location? Do you provide different services than what your copy is talking about? If it's been 2 or 3 years since you've looked at it, it very well may be out of date and you may need to make updates. So take a look at the copy on all of the pages of your site and make sure it is the most up-to-date and relevant it can be. Number two, are the photos that you're using on the site up to date? A lot of you small businesses like to put pictures of your team members on there so people will know who they're going to be working with and kind of give you that personal touch, which I like. But are they people who are still working for your company? Have some of them gone through a dramatic change? Maybe they've lost a bunch of weight, now look completely different. Take the time to freshen up those pictures, make them new, and make them relevant. Number three, and this is a huge one, are there broken links on your website? Before I started shooting this video, I went to several small business websites, and every single one I found broken links. A lot of times these will be the news stories that are on another website, and maybe the other website has changed the URL where the page is located, and so now the link that you have doesn't go where it's supposed to. Or maybe you've removed a page from your website and you still have a link that goes to the page you removed. All of these things can be very frustrating to a visitor to your website if they're clicking on these links and can't get where they want to go. So go through, check the links on your site, and make sure they're going where they're supposed to go. Number four, if you are using some code that was given to you by a third party to embed something on your website, whether it be a video or maybe a catalog or some kind of widget, you need to make sure that that code hasn't ever changed. If you're not checking it regularly, the other company may make some kind of adjustment and you need to update your code. If you don't, you'll just get a big, giant missing piece on your website. I went to a site this morning. On the home page, they had linked to a YouTube video that was no longer available. So instead of seeing this great video, you just see this big black box on their site and it looks like something is wrong, which it is. But you have to continue to monitor those things and make sure you keep your code up to date. Number five, and this is another example I saw today, if you're going to put your portfolio out there, you're going to put links to your clients, make sure that they work. I saw 2 or 3 examples of people who are very proud that this person was their client, and then when you click to see the example of the work they did for them, it didn't even go anywhere. The client had changed something probably, or something had gotten changed over the years, and they had not updated that web page, and it makes for an embarrassing situation. And the final thing I'm going to talk about is a blog. If your web company talks you into doing a blog and you want to do it, I think that's great, but you've got to keep it up to date. You can't blog every 6 months or every year. There's no reason to even have the blog if that's what you're going to do. And again, I saw time and time again as I was looking through small business websites this morning of people who have blogs that have not updated them since September or since July of last year. Why even bother to have it? Just have it taken down if you're not going to keep it up to date. If you're a small business owner and don't know whether your website's up to date or even how to begin the process, and you don't have a web company that you can reach out to and trust that they're going to do this, feel free to email me at bruce@tworoadsdigital.com. I'd love to talk with you. I'll look at your website and see if there's any way I can help you. Thank you so much for tuning in today. If you found this video informative or helpful and want to see more of them, Go on over to brucemclean.tv. That'll link you to my YouTube channel, and you can see all the ones that I've done. You can also click the subscribe button so you never miss another episode. And now I'll leave you with the quote I say every single day: you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Ooh, missed today. I'm going to keep on shooting. So should you. Have a great day.